Hi guys.
Welcome back to Robertson's Belly Acres.
Welcome.
Hey, guess what day it is?
It's garden tour day.
Sorry, there's a tractor passing by. It is garden tour June 2020.
Yay!
Yay! So let's get to it.
Let's go. Guys, the first thing we've got is Leonard planted these chili pekins right here, and they're doing amazing. We're starting to see a lot of new growth in them, so hopefully it won't be long till we start getting a little bit of blooms on it. They're real slow growers, so it'll probably be midsummer before we get anything off of chili pekins. The apple trees are doing amazing. They're awful small this year, but they're still growing. What are these over here?
Cucumbers.
Cucumbers.
Who were the extra cucumbers that we couldn't fit inside the garden?
This pear tree, for some reason, did not bear any fruit this year. We've got a few apples on this other tree over here. There's, like I say, very few. They're still awfully small. We've got this little one here, a couple up high, but that's about it on those. We do have these squash plants. They are blooming. This one here, I think it's the same way. I think the frost got a hold of it. There's one over there that the frost got, but these other 5 are just really growing. Looks like we should start bearing a little bit of fruit in the next few days. We'll start seeing something. We've got a couple here. We've got a couple growing here. Oh, look at this one.
Those are we've got 2 varieties of the, oh yes. We've got 2 varieties of the yellow squash planted all over the property. So we have crookneck and straight. So here's the straight, and then I think this one, yep, here's a little crookneck right there. So we just planted them all together. We'll see how that goes. One more apple tree. It's getting some apples.
It's got a couple on it too, but like I say, again, not real big. Got some bigger ones up top that we'll have to get the youngin out here to get on a ladder and grab them for us. He likes helping pick apples and peaches. And over here we've got some zucchini plants. They're doing really good, even though they're in a lot of shade. Should be starting to see some zucchini before long.
Okay guys, we'll start over here. Here's those 3 tomato plants that are kind of a mystery, but they are doing really well, and they are planted alongside eggplant, and they're getting a little bit of something's eating them. The eggplant I got from Cindy and Gary over at Melvolas Homestead, so I'm really excited about those. They are looking great. And then we have more zucchini, lots of zucchini. Do we have one?
Right down here.
Oh, yep. Hold on. There it is. Haha. So this here is our row of sweet peppers. This entire row, almost the entire row, is bell peppers. Now some of these we started from seed and then transplanted, and then some of them came from Jason Avers when we had that seed swap and plant swap. I'm pretty sure Jason said he just got store-bought peppers and took them from there and planted them, so that was really cool. So at the end of this, you see those massive squash plants down there. These are, what are they, platter squash, or, yeah, I think that's what they're called, or saucer squash. We've got a little bitty one. Yep. It seems like they're doing really well. They're staying very healthy. So this is our potato patch. I don't know what happened with these potatoes back here. We weeded this garden bed And when we moved all of the a lot of the weeds out, we noticed that the the red potatoes on that side are drying up. So I'm not real sure what's going on with those on that side. Let's see if I can kind of get some of them look okay, but I don't know what's going on with those. We also have the gold potatoes on this side, and they're looking a little better, but they kind of look stressed too. They had a lot of potato bugs on them, and we have been treating them. I don't think, see, there's a little potato bug right there. I want to thump him off. Yeah, so I don't know what to do with them. We've tried the concoction that we were making for everything else. It's working great on the squash. It's not working so great on the potatoes. So
it's getting everything off but the potato bugs.
Yeah.
So
potato bugs must be, superheroes.
We went through and I even put some DE on the potato plants, thinking that would help get rid of the potato bugs, and they eat around it. I don't get it. This is our corn it's our miracle corn. The seed had gotten wet, and Rachel just threw them in a pot and thought, well, we got pig feed. They started growing real good, so she's like, hey, let's try transplanting them, and she did. Her and her mom come out and they transplanted that corn, and look at it, guys. It's starting to, we've got ears on it. This is the first year we've been able to get an ear on a sweet corn, and usually it gets about waist high, tassels, and dies.
Yep.
So we're getting closer to actually having a corn harvest. I think we're getting close to having this figured out.
I'm not real sure about the transplanting of corn, but so far it's working. And originally we put them in between the potatoes because the potatoes were growing faster than the corn, and so they were kind of helping keep it upright.
Keeping it sheltered from the wind.
Yeah, and now the heat has hit in northeastern Oklahoma, and so we have exploded. The corn has just shot up like everything else. Onion patch.
We have all our onions.
So the onion patch is doing pretty good. You can see we're getting some pretty big ones starting to grow. This right here to that little post right there is white onions, and then the next section is yellow onions, and then all the way to the corner is red onions. But they are laying over, some of them are. When we came in and weeded this, which see, it's already needing it again, but they were tall weeds, so I think they were kind of dependent on the weeds to hold them up. And when we pulled them all and we kind of disturbed the dirt, they kind of fell. And plus the cats. And this little guy right here, this is a volunteer zinnia. I don't know if zinnias are perennials, but they also say that snapdragons are not perennials, and mine always come back. So this right here, it was I had flowers planted in this flower bed last year, or this garden, and these zinnias came up. So of course I weeded around them and kept it. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plants, or 5 plants. These right here, these first 5 plants, these are jalapeno plants from Cindy and Gary over at Pathways Homestead. So you can see we've got, let's see, right here, we've got little bitty ones coming on. So that's exciting. We've had a really hard time finding jalapeno plants this year. And then these right here, what are these? Anaheim. So these 2 plants are Anaheim that we just bought recently. So we're trying to, they're kind of droopy. We're gonna have to get a tomato cage for that.
Yeah.
These tomatillos, okay, some of them, They're trying to come back. They got eaten up, and they're trying to come back. Some of them I planted from seed, and some of them we got from Cindy and Gary. So we went up to Kansas and had a really good visit with them and did some seed swapping. I'm not real sure what kind of pepper plant this is, but it's doing okay. I mean, it's kind of droopy this morning. So
heat's already getting to everything today.
yes, it's been, heat index has been in the triple digits.
Yes.
For about, I don't know, 5 days or so. So looks like we're going to have to get some support for these tomatillos, but we already have several blooms on the tomatillos, and that's really fun. They are getting eaten. We have treated them.
Got a couple tomatillos right there.
Oh, look at those little tomatillos. And we do have a couple of purple tomatillos, and I had never heard of such a thing. I did transplant a few marigolds here and there throughout the garden. This entire row to the end is chile piquin. So these are the same ones that are planted, same kind that are planted over by the porch. Okay, so the chile piquin, I know we've talked about it before. They grow wild in Corpus Christi, Texas, and around there. So my parents moved here from Corpus. My sister still lives there. So when they came, they brought some dried chile piquin, and they brought 2 varieties, and I'm so super excited because we just went ahead and planted those, and it's going to be awesome. My dad said they're very, very slow growers. They're teeny tiny little peppers, but they are hot, you guys. These right here are all serrano peppers. These are the leftover plants that I had from the other garden. So yeah, we've got a lot of peppers. I think up on the hill we have another 20 or 40 serrano pepper plants. And then these here,
these get into the jalapenos.
yeah, these are the jalapenos that we bought, and we've got a couple of little ones, and I'm so excited. I get really excited about babies. And so we got these at our local Atwoods, I'm sure. I think that's the only place we've bought. Yeah. This one broke off in the wind or the cats or something, but look at this, you guys. It's making a comeback. I mean, I don't know that it'll do much in the way of producing, but I'm so excited. These are our Thai peppers. Look at that baby. That is huge. I'm so excited about the Thai peppers. These are very hot as well, but I do want to make some General Tso's chicken, and I know these aren't exactly what they use, but I'm excited to use them. Here is yet another 2 zucchini plants. So, okay, and Rusty is over here in the pea patch, you guys.
I'm at the pea patch, and we have 4 different varieties of peas. Yesterday we come out here and we got our first real harvest of peas, and we picked how much?
Yesterday we picked 8 ounces of peas. Hey, that's not bad. Look at that. Ooh, you guys, I'm so excited. I'm trying to keep track, you guys, of I'm kind of doing a little data entry type thing into a spreadsheet, and 8 ounces of peas, and then
this one was a little premature, but look at that.
Yes, that is so, you know what, you guys, I don't really, the data is going to be a little bit off because Russ and I tend to, snack. What's the point in having a garden if you can't just snack? I know we don't have much longer for the peas. I think what's helping us is all the shade right here. Oh, there's one.
Yep. And down here on the bottom, I just went in. I love pickled beets, so I come around here on the front side and I just planted beets right along the edge, hoping they'd come up. A lot of them did. There's a lot of them that didn't make it, but I've got them planted kind of late, so we're just going to try it.
Okay guys, so this is the sad part of our garden. This is my okra bed. As you can tell, they are struggling so hard. Now Jason Avers did give us some okra seeds, and I'm going to come out here and just kind of try to replace what has not made it. I'm not real sure if it's getting eaten or if it was just too cold or what's going on, but these are my red okra that I was so excited for. They are kind of starting to grow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to bring those seeds out and just try to get another crop going. I know it's kind of late, but we're just gonna see what happens. There's another little marigold that we transplanted, and this is our volunteer potato patch. We planted potatoes in this side of the garden last year, and then
we have our strawberry patch. We had to move the strawberry patch whenever we redid the layout of the garden. So we salvaged what we could of the plants and got them put up here. They're doing really good now, guys. We did have somebody tell us they thought they were wild strawberries. I don't know. We have gotten a few, but as you can tell, our plants aren't very big, so we're not expecting too much out of them. I did see down in here someplace, right
in here.
Here's a big one. Nice big.
Oh yeah, bigger one. And here's some right here, like several. So, and they could be June berries too. So, you know, where they just produce once, they don't continually produce. Okay, so now this is kind of the crazy part of the garden. On a whim, my mom and I planted these spaghetti squash right here in the ground. And you guys, they are doing amazing. I mean, they don't even have signs of bugs. I say that and I'm gonna jinx myself. They are doing so good. And I'm so excited for spaghetti squash this year.
The peach trees, guys, they are a sad, sad sight. Unfortunately, we moved here 4 years ago, and the peaches wouldn't get much bigger than my thumb. And as soon as they come on, they'd fall off. Well, Rachel spent time treating the tree and fertilizing and did really good. The next year we got 70 something that year, and then the next year we got 150, right around the 150 mark. Yeah, 150 pound mark last year, and then this year just nothing.
Well, and this could be a culprit right here. I didn't see that bagworm before. But yeah, there's a little bagworm hanging. So part of the tree is doing really well, and then that one, part of the tree is doing well. But it is doing exactly like it's done before, and dropping all of the peaches on the ground. Now what I treated it with before was neem oil, but yep, doesn't look like peaches this year. Good thing we have a lot of preserves, huh? Yes. Peaches. We have peach pie filling, and
we've got a couple of poblano plants, poblano peppers, and they're not putting on any yet, but you can see they're getting ready to.
They've got blooms.
They've got all kinds of blooms coming. That one is blooming a couple spots.
That one's blooming too. See down here at the bottom? Yeah, this right here was our lettuce spinach patch. Well, obviously it's way too hot for lettuce and spinach. I mean, we still have some coming up, but I did try the lettuce the other day and it's pretty bitter, so that's getting pulled up. But I went ahead and came over here and planted more radishes and carrots, and for the second round, and it may be a little late for the radishes, but see, look at these. Let's say it'll be a good treat for the chickens, the pigs.
Yes.
So we have cats apparently laying in our
Carrot patch.
But you guys, look at these carrots. They have just taken off.
When we came in here and we planted our radishes, and then we planted carrots in between the radishes. And the way that we were told was you do that because that way when you pull your radish, that re-aerates the soil and loosens it up and makes it easier for the carrot to grow right there in the spot. So far, it's working well. As you can see, hopefully we've got as much carrot underground as we got above ground. Guys, that's a 2-foot tall carrot top. If they're growing half as much on underground as they are above, we're gonna have some pretty amazing carrots this year.
I have kind of cheated and kind of gone around the base to see like maybe a diameter. Like this is twinsies right here. It's kind of hard to see. Let's try to do that. You can kind of see the little twinsies there, but we do have some that are pretty good size at the top. Okay, now Rusty's in the beets.
In the beet patch. See, look at this one.
There we are. Oh yes, look at the size of that beet. We're going to be able to harvest these beets probably pretty quickly and get some pickled beets going. So that's going to be really exciting. I've never pickled beets. You guys have never grown beets. So this is really exciting. This is our first time actually getting a crop out of them. Y'all have heard of chicken tractors. We have a duck tractor. We thought bringing the ducks into the garden would help with bugs and such. And these little guys. If any of you guys have teenage boys, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about, because this has happened twice. Example, teenage son takes a girl to town. They end up at Atwood's or Tractor Supply or wherever. Teenage girl says, "Oh, look at these cute babies." Teenage boy, being raised by a man who is all about making his girl smile,
Never.
buys said cuteness and then brings it home and says, "Mom, look what we bought. We're going to take care of them together." And then that's all she wrote. They play with them a couple of days. You know, then teenage girl stops coming around. Teenage boy forgets about ducks. Yep. That's the scenario. That's happened to us twice. Both our boys. Yeah. So we have ducks again. And we've decided to just do a duck tractor in the garden. So for now, until they get bigger and they can fend for themselves and go out to the real pond. So this is
cucumbers.
We have cucumbers on this trellis and cucumbers on that trellis. Now this was poor planning on my part over here, and to be fair, Rusty and my mom both said, if you put a trellis that close to the onion patch, you're not going to be able to get in there to weed that. No, it'll be great. Yeah, I can't get in there to weed that, but you know, lesson learned.
Big cucumber right down there.
Oh yes, look at this cucumber, you guys. Let me see. Can you see that cucumber? We have a few little cucumbers growing, and then we have a few that are very big. We've got another big one on this side. I saw it the other day. Look at this one right here. Okay, look at these beautiful sunflowers. Are getting so big. So I got these giant sunflowers from Lynn over at Melvolas Homestead, and you guys, we're all about trading plants. We've traded so many pekins and stuff, but look at this. Lynn and I had a seed swap early on, before it was even time to start planting, and I'll put that link in the description.
What, about 6 feet tall now?
Right.
I know you're a tall lady, and they're as tall as you are.
Yeah, they're a good 4'11", I think. Hold on. Let's see. Ooh, I think they have me beat. They do. They're at least 5 foot, you guys. That's exciting. This one, it's trying. It's coming. It's been a slow grower, but that's okay, little baby. It's okay to be short. And then these are our, oh look, we have a bloom. Black-eyed peas. Now they got stunted in the freeze as well.
Got stunted real bad.
Yes, and
got another bloom here, and one here.
So we're hoping, I love these blooms. They're just so beautiful. Just so pretty. Hopefully they're gonna pull out, I'm not sure. But they're looking healthier. They were this yucky yellow for a while, but they're starting to turn green. This trellis is kind of a disappointment. Not for the ones that are growing, but for the ones that did not grow. These are our green beans. We have Kentucky pole beans growing. We planted quite a few. And oh, I came out and I planted some more, and it looks like we've got some trying to come up, getting eaten. So I need to come in here and weed all of that. But yep, our green beans were not at quite as prolific as the rest of it. But I think this concludes, here I'll stand right here, concludes this side of the property on this garden spot. And we only have, 5 more garden spots to go look at.
One down, 27 to go.
Yeah, that's what Rusty always used to say about our properties when we were mowing, boost morale and all.